So hello and welcome to another episode of Bloke Gaming. Today I'm not really doing a guide. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of Saturday morning musings. It's been a long week at work, and yeah, I released a few videos this week. I did released yesterday the session that I had with Kat, which was a lot of fun, running around Next Island, learning about Next Island with her. I'm actually hoping to do a few more collaborations moving forward because I like the chat format. I do find it fun just to hang out with somebody and talk to them about their experiences in game, things like that. So hopefully I can do a few more of those, but it does depend on other players wanting to do them, and obviously I don't control that. So we'll see how it goes, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So what I'm doing today is I'm just going to go do the 3 instances again. Um, this morning I did actually manage to win an auction for some Zembak tinctures, so I made myself a couple of scopes, which I'm really pleased about. They're pretty expensive in games, so these scopes they typically go for a serious wad of cash, so usually around 100 ped, and so I've made a couple of them to save myself some money. I did burn through some ped to get them, but not as much as I would have thought actually, so that's good. Just in making them myself, I probably saved a little bit of ped, so just going to go over to the island over here and then we'll be good to go. So what have I seen this week? So I was watching a couple of videos, and Midnight Bacon did a video about his goals for the next year, and I thought that was an interesting one. I commented on his video about what mine are, but it's actually got me thinking about it a little bit more. I think this year there's kind of one of the areas I want to improve is my crafting, so I can start to make my own stuff, so I'm not paying all the markup. Like with the scopes, as you saw there, and it makes it easier to transport. So say I do a whole bunch of hunting on Toulon like I am now, I can convert it into nano cubes. I can then convert it into explosive projectiles, and then I can take it to Cali and sell it pretty easily. So that's been what I've been up to. But that means leaving myself online, just crafting through the night, and sometimes I get kicked out, so it doesn't really work out. But it's been fun enough. It's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, and my crafting skills are, as we always say, nothing happens faster in this game. So my crafting skills are slowly moving up, but again, incredibly grindy, so it's very slow. Um, I never know whether or not you. Anyway, I never know which one to click, to be honest. I think it's just the top one. But anyway, we'll see. Right, so we're in here. Gonna throw my Ascension on. Yeah, I've been trying to sell the Ascension, but I do use it quite a lot, and I guess it does give me some extra gains, so I suppose I should probably just keep it. What am I going to be shooting these with today? Because I want to do track it. I was going to track it for you guys so you could see which ones are these ones. Are these are the dudes, aren't they? So let me start out with this U tactical. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to keep these for when I'm really hunting mobs that I want. So what I'm going to do is, as a video I was going to do later, is the effect of using different items, but I'm just going to use my Omegatron on it, because that doesn't cost me as much, no markup on it. That takes me up to 63. Then I'm going to use the long reach with the bullseye on it, and I'm going to use the second bullseye. So we're at 63.7. Yeah, I do want to sell I want to sell that scope, really. I don't use it, so just got to find a home. We've got the 100 ped worth of explosive projectiles. Right, so I'm using the U tactical with so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here. I'm going to find in my config U tactical with 2. I'm not using any. Am I? Am I using any enhancers on it? I am. Which one? So I made some weapon accuracy enhancers as well. So actually, I'm going to do 3 runs without and 3 runs with, because I want to see what it actually looks like. So let me just reopen that. Show streamer UI and run. Start a new run, and we are off. Let's leave this up here. Now, for those of you who don't know, I did look at this before. You can see it in a previous video, but you don't actually get loot as you go with these. You have to complete the instance to get the loot. Yeah, that's probably fine as a DPS weapon in here. So you don't need to loot them because you get nothing. So you're basically spending until you get to the final loot boxes, and then you get your dopamine kick. But these instances don't really drop. I haven't really seen anything super exciting. I'm trying to find where the tinctures drop. The information is sketchy, which, you know, always is in Entropia. So I want to definitively find out whether or not the tinctures drop in here or not, which means I probably got to do, you know, 20, 30, 50 just to make sure they don't. If one does, then obviously that's great. I have had them drop in the Kuhofs. I think I did loot one Zembak myself. I'm not quite ready to craft the bigger scopes yet, and I'm not willing to pay that huge markup on it, so I'm just going to leave it for now. And you know, just again, this game rewards patience, so I'm just going to do my own thing, work my way through. I am going to, when I get some more Akeek stone, I'm going to try crafting another couple of those scopes, and if I do get them, I might try and sell them, just to recoup some of the outlay on the price of the blueprint, and obviously the price of the tinctures. If I could sell a couple, basically that would pay for the tinctures that I bought and the blueprint, but that requires me to get successes on crafting. So, and when you're only crafting a small number, that's yeah, that really is the roll of the dice there. So, but I've got 2. I got 2 out of 5 tinctures so far, on like a 75% chance or something. So, yeah, I've been lucky. So just got to keep going. Right, so we'll work our way through here. I don't think there's too much to talk about. You've seen me do these, I think, but I think probably later on today, because somebody was asking me about Cyrene guides. Now, I actually started out on Cyrene way back when my mentor took me to Cyrene to start off with, and that's where I cut my teeth. But it was before it was redesigned, so it was like two and a bit years ago now, and I haven't really been back there because I had the plan to do the incision plates on Next Island, so I spent about 6 months on Next Island. Then I spent a chunk of time on Cali, and then basically I came back. Then I went to Toulon to work on my crafting skills. So yeah, I've not really spent too much time on Cyrene over the last couple of years, so I've probably forgotten everything I knew. So I'm probably going to have to go over there, work on the latest, and try and understand the new structure, what's going on over there, what's good, what's bad. So I'm going to do some study and then probably do a few videos on Cyrene in the upcoming months. Anyway, yeah. So my goals for this year is work on my crafting skills, so I can be more effective cycling through. Again, I can't remember whose video I was watching, but they were talking about, suddenly dawned on them that it's a cycle. The mining, hunting, crafting. If you want to really be solid in this game, you've got to be able to do all three. And so yeah, I've been working on the crafting. I've still not done much on mining, to be frank, but yeah, probably work on that in the future. But I think the crafting is really the key one. Crafting, and I mean, even the hunting. I don't. Where's the last dude? Right here. Oh, there you are. So anyway, I'm going to work on the crafting, but then what I also would like to do is I would like to, obviously I'm going to be hunting, so I'm going to be developing my weapon skills. That's something that is a no-brainer. I'm like 50 now, obviously getting to 60, 70, 80. I also would like a shop slash apartment, so I need to do a bit more studying on shops and apartments and things like that. I want to get like a shopkeeper pad and have a full-time base so that I can actually do things when I'm not on planet. I would like to try and shift a few things, but the issue is I'm always carrying them with me, so I have to post and then travel if I need to travel. Right, so what did we spend? We spent just shy of 40 in here. Let's go see if we get lucky enough to get 40 from the loot boxes. Yeah, so I would like to get myself a pad. There was one that I saw that I really fancied, but unfortunately there was another bidder, and the end time of the auction was just really bad time for me. Obviously, being in Japan doesn't help. Oof, only 9. Not a good start. That's actually, what do we get? Oh, another 9. And yeah, a little bit brutal. Let's have a quick shaft at what we got there. So we got this helmet. Does it sell? Not really. That's probably vendor fodder. Then we got this 5 ped, 10 DPS. What's it do? 59. It's pretty low level for 10 DPS. Maybe I hang on to that and give it to a new player. What's the markup on it? There's a couple that are sold for 130%. Oh, maybe I get something back off that. And then in here, I got some Mercil tokens, got some shrapnel, and some adrenal. Right, nothing to write home about. Let's bail and do the next one. So I usually just grab all 3 when I come here and just do all 3 in succession. Let's do this one again. We'll go hop in here. I'm just going to leave it on the same gun again. Sometimes it gives you a message and says, hey, you got lucky, you're going to get extra loot, but yeah, doesn't happen very often. So what am I looking at in terms of an apartment? Again, it really just, I think location is, obviously if you can find a good location, um, then great. But yeah, you're paying, so it's like everything, right? You're always going to pay for a good location. Um, I mean, the best shop I've seen that I really would like is the one on Next Island, next to the Crystal Peak fountain. There's one there, and I spoke to its owner, and I can't remember if it was like 2,000, 25,000 ped or something like that. And I just can't justify it. If it was a good location like that on Calypso, I think you're good. You'd probably make it back. But Next Island, I mean, I love Next Island. Don't get me wrong. I love Next Island. I love the players on Next Island. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I did the collaboration with Kat and talked to her. I did like my experience on Next Island. I think it's a well constructed planet. Um, just I'm not sure there's the critical mass to justify that price on a shop. Maybe there is, but I guess I won't find out because I'm unlikely to buy it unless I really double down. Um, and then it really would be trying it out and seeing. But at this point, I'm not willing to sink that much into the game. Um, yeah, there's a few apartments on. Sorry, my cat's just walking around talking, standing on my other computer. I got to do some work today. It's a Saturday, but unfortunately, I'm going to be doing some work. It's month closing, and yeah, just not done yet. I need to send books to headquarters on Monday. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so I saw there was some apartments that were on sale in Genesis Towers, which I like the look of. There's one particular corner of the Genesis Tower that I like the look of more than the others, and so I was hoping to go for that one, but as I said, the auction finished just at a bad time for me, so I ended up not bothering. Um, but I'll keep my eyes open. I did check out a hut the other day, but it was in the middle of nowhere, not even close to a teleporter, and so I just gave up on that one very quickly. And I mean that's the fundamental story, right? Some of the places are cheap, but not in the most not in the most useful locations. So um, I'm not really I'm not really in a position to do landmass at the moment. One, they're just too expensive if they've got a teleporter right now, and I would never get a landmass without a teleporter. I just I just think it's too going to be too much work getting people there, and they're not going to repeat. I think if you've got a teleporter and a shop next to a teleporter or something like that with an area where they can hunt something and you're not too aggressive on the thing, then I totally get it. But a landmass without a teleporter, it's just not gonna. I don't think it's workable. And I've heard you can put a teleporter on your landmass, but it's gonna cost you like $7,500 or something. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't happening either. So I guess I'll be staying out of the landmass sweepstakes for at least another year or two. Maybe once I retire, because I am old bloke, not relatively young bloke gaming. So at some point I'm going to retire, and maybe then it's something that I invest more time into, run events, actually get people to the landmass to do things like that. That could be fun as something for later on. But yeah, we'll see. I've got to be able to enjoy it, and that's one of the key things. So that was another thing I was going to muse about. I was actually wondering if you do a new player video on it, but you know why do I play Entropia, right? I'm a member of the Facebook page. There's a whole bunch of people whining about not about losing money or being all positive about winning money and stuff like that. I mean, in the scheme of it, the more ped you cycle, the flatter your returns are going to get. You're going to end up with 95 odd percent. I mean, it's just the reality. So that's why you've got to get the cycles right. You've got to find things to hunt that give you the markup, or you've got to try and recoup that some way. But the other thing you've got to remember is, why do you play the game? Now, to me, it's like, if you just play this game to make money, I think there's a lot better ways to make money, right? There just are. That's the reality is, I mean, even working at a convenience store or a McDonald's is going to make you more money than being in here if you just work there for a month. I'll throw my better armor on just for this final boss, just in case. So you've got to enjoy the game. You've got to enjoy the grind. You've got to enjoy the experience. And I'm sitting here chatting to you guys, doing these instances. Chances are I'm going to lose out reasonably big on them, but I'm exploring. I'm checking to see what I can get in a place. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this for the experience of playing the game and learning. And the more you learn in this game, the better you enjoy it. Is again the reality. You going and looking at the wikis, studying what information's out there, finding out what you can do, what you can't do, what's available. It's just this. I guess a lot of games these days, you get spoon-fed, right? You don't know how to do things, and I maybe I'm being my own worst enemy here, but you don't know how to do something, so you just log into YouTube, you grab a video on it, you watch it, and you do it yourself. No issues, no problems. Or you check a website. There's not really that level of information. Come on, what are we getting from our loot boxes? That wasn't a bad one. What was it? Let me pull it up here. What did I get? 4.4, 11. That was, yeah, not horrible, but I don't really get. Got some limited armor. Okay, so it caught us back up. That one was actually over what we spent. I think if you remember, it's like 71. So it was, yeah, not the worst. But we'll go do the third now, and then we'll call it. How long we've been on? 20 minutes. So yeah, so the information is sparse, and that again is something that I enjoy. I don't want to be spoon-fed. I don't want to. I want to enjoy learning about the game. When I find out something that's kind of cool, I keep it. I make a note of it. And it's finding those ways to play the game, to enjoy the game, that it kind of special to you. And I remember I had one disciple, and every day I'd log in. He's like, right, what should I do today? And I'm like, well, I mean, every person's gameplay, and I'll use the term loop, but everybody's gameplay is dependent on a bunch of factors. Oh, maybe I should use a slightly lower level gun. A bunch of factors, right? It's going to be dependent on what you're spending. If you're not spending, how you are making your ped. It's going to be, what do you enjoy doing? I mean, I know people who really love mining, and I say that with deep surprise, because I'm not one of them. But there's a lot of people that really enjoy mining, and then and crafting, and so it really depends what you want to get out of the game, and if you're asking me how do I make money quickly at this game, I'll tell you you can't. You know, I've said that to many people. So if you're joining this game to make money, I mean, you can. You can make money, but you ain't doing it fast, and it's going to be a real grind. Um, so yeah, if you think you're joining to make, you know, $50 a week or $150 a week or something like that, it's like you're gonna have to figure that out for yourself, because if you could do that easily, everybody would be doing it. So you got to find your niche. You got to find something that people haven't thought of. You've got to be a real hustler. I had another disciple who was making that, but man, was he a hustler. You know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, he was hustling. You know, every minute he was on, he was posting, he was chatting to people. He was really, playing that trading game and playing that, building relationships game. I like, for me, I like to chill. I'm sat here. It's Saturday morning. I haven't spoken to anybody yet. I've not posted anything. I'm just here. I thought, I'll have a quick wander around. I'll do these three. I'll chat to you guys, and then I'll probably make myself a second coffee for the day, and think about what my actual goals for the day are going to be. Um, I did get my tinctures this morning off the auction house, which was cool. So I did make another scope, but you know, I'm gonna. I really haven't decided what I'm gonna do today. As I said, maybe I go to Cyrene. Maybe I stay here another day doing some dailies. Just to, just to. I might do both, because I've actually got a reasonably quiet day today. Maybe I crank out all the dailies that I want to do, and then head over to Cyrene or head back to Cali. I actually want to do a Nimbus redeem, but I haven't seen him around. I mean, he's online. It's just, again, US based, not necessarily the best time for me, so just haven't had the crossover. So yeah, I mean, I play the game because I enjoy playing the game. Is I forgot to change my helmet, didn't I? I enjoy playing the game. That's the reality of it. And who's to who's to tell me I can't enjoy the game? Who's to say I'm wasting money? I mean, I played WoW for 10 10 plus years. And what's that? 150, 100, probably close to 180 to $200 a year, right? Which is over 10 years, $2,000 I gave Blizzard. Now, did I get anything back off that? No, I've got a dead account, right? And will I get something back from Entropia? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe the game crashes and I lose everything, but who knows? But I spent that money on Warcraft. I don't begrudge it, and I enjoy playing this game more than Warcraft right now. I haven't logged into Warcraft for a good 2-3 years now. I was playing Project Ascension, which I think I maybe show at some point in a video, but I just playing niche games, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't see any real difference in putting money into this that I can maybe take out again, so a bit more. Or do you put it into a game like Warcraft, or maybe you just buy your AAA games now? Maybe you buy your AAA game, you play it to completion, then you move on to your next game. But I mean, those AAA games are like 50, 60, $70 now. I mean, if you play one of those a month, then you're talking about 600-700 US, right? So I don't know. I just like playing a game that I can chill, I can work at my own pace, I can have goals, and I see long-term rewards from. It's just the type of player that I am. So anyway, I guess musings over. Sorry if it wasn't particularly what's the word I'm looking for? Insightful today. If you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. As I said, I've been doing more on the new player guides recently, but if you like just listening to me, what's the way? wax lyrical, but you know, just chat and talk to you about what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, those types of things. Just let me know, because I can do that. Oh, that one wasn't very good. I'm not going to recoup, but c'est la vie. Maybe next time. 83, and the last one. Come on, get me to 85%. Let's see if we can get there. 85%, look at that. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there. As I said, if you like this kind of video, just let me know, because I can do more of these. I've just been avoiding them a little bit because I just don't think people want to listen to me yabber. Or jabber, sorry. Where am I going? I need to teleport. So yeah, please leave a comment if you've enjoyed watching this. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And please let me know. I mean, as I said, somebody was asking about Cyrene, so I will go there. I'll research. I'll talk to some of the locals there, see if I can find out a little bit more about how to play the game on Cyrene. Because I've now done Toulon, I've now done Next Island, I've now done Calypso. I won't be doing Rocktropia. I'm going to do a video on Rocktropia, but I mean, basically, I went there earlier this week and it was awful. But anyway, that's its own video, and it will be a new player guide, and the new player guide will be, look, just probably not worth going there. Far better places to be. So leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.